So we went to Tanzania just on a normal day. The main plan is that we had wanted to be in court for the hearing of Tundu Lissu. We decided that when court ruled that it should be an open court, not virtual like the last time. Maybe the telltale signs should have been the deportation of Senior Counsel Martha Karua and the colleagues. But I said, let me go. If they deport me, I come back. If they don't, I'll be there with the rest of the colleagues. I wasn't deported. I passed through maybe unnoticed. So I got to the hotel where we were staying, and I sent a message to the people that have come in, so that to notify them that I've been late in. And one of the people I sent a message to was Boniface. He said, yeah, I am also up. I'm also in my room sleeping. I said, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. I had gotten there at around 11:30, so I was tired. So I switched off my phone and sleep. I just needed to rest. I wake up in the morning to so many missed calls from Boniface Mwangi and his wife. And his wife is asking, are you okay? And then I check Boniface's messages. He's telling me that they came to arrest him from the hotel, but he didn't pick up the call. So I was shocked to hear that news, that they followed people that are already in the country to arrest them. But I wake up, take a shower. I first go down for breakfast where everyone was, but Boniface wasn't there. So I call him, and he tells me his room number, and he says, I'm still afraid. He had some furniture against the door so that people don't come in. So I tell him, let me come up. So I go up, and he tells me the story of how last night came, how he got up and had to dress up in case but he refused to go out. Now, I hadn't seen what he had written on social media about that, but he told me the story. So he says, anyway, the day is here, let's go to court. I am leaving tonight and going to Uganda. So he says, I have to check out of the hotel, but my flight is much later. So I tell him, no, I'm still here today, so I can put your bag in my room and you check out and pick it whenever you're going, because I think their flight was at 8 p.m. So I leave his room with him and his bag. I take it to my room, and then for him, he continues to the restaurant. So I come back to the restaurant. I didn't find him at the table. I thought he had gone to serve breakfast. Before we knew it, he came shouting, what do you want from me? They had come back to pick him up. So they are now many, and they identify themselves, and they say that they want to ask him some questions. Now, by this time, we had so many lawyers that had come to pick us to go to court. They included lawyers of TZ Law Society. So the president of the TZ Law Society tells two lawyers to go with Boniface so that the immigration officers question him. So they take him. I actually write that on Twitter. But they take him, and we are thinking it's a normal questioning, whatever, because there was no offense anyone had committed. So us who had stayed behind, we go to court. We are sure that the lawyers are with Boniface. If there are any questions, they will be answered. We go to court, and we sit through the court hearing. The cases that were coming up were more than one. So we leave the court. I think former Kenyan Chief Justice David Maraga and Elder General Ulimwengu, I don't remember who else. There was a lawyer from Comoros. They first addressed the press at the court. So we walked to the hotel. The court was very close to the hotel we were staying at. We go to the hotel, but we are still keeping tabs on Boniface through the lawyers. And they say that your fate as well. Now the fate, I'm coming to that, because that's how it started. So the lawyers say that they want Bonnie's phones, and they are coming to check the hotel to see where they are, because Boniface kept telling them he doesn't have them. I think they wanted all gadgets, phones and laptop. So they come back, they check through the cameras of the hotel, and they see that I took Boniface's bag in my room. So they come, we were having lunch. They say they first sit and wait. They were like 5. They say they are waiting for me to, before I finish eating, they come, they say they want to talk to me. We all ask them, we are all there, many people. Chief Justice Maraga, Generali, from Uganda, I was with Tumsime Kato, and other colleagues from Kenya. So I tell them, let me finish eating. They say they want to check my room. At first, they were just taking people, but I said, tell me what you need. They identify themselves. One says he's Zono CI or commander or something. I say, okay. I pick my key and we go to my room up. We find that my room can't open. And I was with them. And they're the ones that said they told the hotel security to block access. So I go back down, the security guy comes with a new key. They tell me that they blocked access because the security required that. So for all intents and purposes, these security people knew that I couldn't even access my room earlier. So we opened the room. I give them, we were with also Boniface. They wanted to check his luggage. I said, this is the luggage I have. They check, they find no gadgets. They check my room everywhere. They also check my luggage. For me, I give them my phone because Maya is being cooperative, thinking that this is something really small that didn't need to be escalated. So they say, you are playing jokes on us. They were already very angry people. They tell me to also come with them to police. They say, come with all your stuff, come with us to police. I'd gone to Tanzania with just a backpack because I was going to be there for 2 days. So I carry the backpack. They say, is that all? I say, yeah. They call me, they ask me to take them where I was seated to make sure I didn't leave anything there that belongs to me. They didn't find anything. So General Mwangi asks them, and they say, no, it's a normal procedure. We just have some questions. If they cooperate. So everyone we are with also thinks this is, something small. We go with now another lawyer. So there are 2 or 3. They take us, I think, first to immigration office. Now, the questions for me move from, they first say I'm concealing the gadgets. I said, but I showed you everything. You saw my room. My stuff are here. But they move from that to, what are you doing in Tanzania? What have you come to do in Tanzania? In that tone. And I said, but is coming to Tanzania a crime? Have you put any notice that I don't know, that you don't want other nationals here? If you have put it, how come your immigration officers at the airport have not enforced it? And they get angry. They were just getting angry by the fact that I'm answering confidently or asking a question because they are not supposed to be questioned. This is their country and now it goes to... So they go through my passport. They start saying, you come here to disorganize us, to bring your activism here. We don't need your activism. They asked me what had brought me. I said, I have friends here. One of them is in prison. So I wanted to just show support and come for a court hearing. Oh, he's your friend. So you think it's normal to be friends with the person charged with treason? I said, yeah, a friend is a friend, no matter what they are accused of. He said, so do you attend treason suspects cases in your country? I said, even Kizza Besigye is on treason charges and I attend his hearing. I visit him in prison. So for me, that's what I do. I guess I want to, offer everyone an ear. I want to see if we can contribute to justice where there isn't. So they are angry, very angry. They make us sit there for a few hours, not a few, maybe 3. So now they drive us to a police station. Now, a police station, we find someone angrier. His name is, I need to check his name. I got it because, so what he did, I have seen impunity because we deal with it every day, but that was on another level. Who is very angry also telling us, you bring your activism here, you will tell us, you will learn a lesson. The threats start there. Now, the lawyers we are with are not doing much to question this. So the policeman takes our luggage, because we already had come with our luggage, and they tell our lawyers that they are detaining us for the night, that the lawyers should go and come back for us in the morning. He had already threatened us. He had threatened, I think with Boniface, he said that they will circumcise him the second time. Yes, with me, he said that they will teach me a lesson, so I will have a good story for Uganda when I come back. He also said, he asked me if I had children, and I said, what have my children got to do with this? And the others were angry. They said, they have asked you a question. I said, well, I just need to understand the question, but if you must know, I have 2 children. Said, you want to get a third one? You will get a third one. I will send you someone to get a third one. We got out, and I told Boniface that I think that's a rape threat. So we are seated. They say get out and wait outside. Now, about 5 men and 1 woman come in and enter the office we are in. That office has this police officer who maybe is the OC at the Central Police Station, because we're at the Central Police Station, but it also has those immigration officers. So they come out, the immigration officers we had met, including the 2 that had picked us from the hotel. So now these men come out, they are not uniformed. They come out, they pick us, and they say, come with us. They are not uniformed. They are. So we think that they are taking us to the detention, but there was everything wrong with that.
And throughout the detention, the period of being in detention, have you experienced any form of torture?
So it's a one story, so I'm going to tell it to you. So they get us out, they shove us in a car. I have not been to the drones in Uganda that Ugandans talk about, but I don't know if they are as dark. It was so dark. When I was entering, there were guns, 2 guns where they were telling me to sit. They removed them. They immediately blindfolded us. So I am in the middle between a woman and a man. Boniface has been put behind between 2 men. There are 2 men in front, a driver and a co-driver. The car was so dark. They blindfold us. They drive us for about 30 minutes from where we were. After we reach where, but like this time I'm going and I'm thinking, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? So we get there and they get Boniface out. They increase the volume of the car. At first I didn't know what that was for, but of course I am scared until I started hearing Boniface scream. So they had increased the volume so that I don't hear him, but the pain they were inflicting on him was too much. I started hearing him scream. So I am, I know that we are finished here for no reason. And for me, that was, I think, my biggest problem and cause of anger. What have we done? Like you don't know whether the crime is that you have come into Tanzania. You don't know whether there's nothing, or that you have attended a public court hearing. So after a while, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, they come for me. The woman that they brought orders me out, but they had taken us in saying things that you could tell these are real killers, really. Orders me out. I am blindfolded. I can't see. She's ordering. I don't know where I'm going. So one man pulls me, throws me. There's another one I fall into. And they also move me just a bit. And I get there, and the first order is take off your clothes. Before you do anything, there's one who hits me with something on the back, and there's one who violently takes off all my clothes. They take off all my clothes, they throw me down, they handcuff me. You will see some of they handcuff me, but they tried to put a sweater before the handcuffs. So I think the injuries here would have been worse, but there's this, then there is this. They handcuff me, they tie my legs with my arms on my legs. They face me up. They put like a wood in between the legs and the arms and hold me up facing down. So you see, the reason I'm not standing well is that the feet have not been standing. So I am facing up like this. There's one hitting under my feet so badly. The pain was too much. And there's one shoving something in my ass. So that is rape by all standards. And the pain, I don't know which pain was worse. So the feet, I am screaming so hard, and I am screaming, and they bring something to cover my mouth, and they shove whatever. I didn't know at that point what they were shoving, and the pain is unbearable. So I think after like 5 minutes of that, but it could have been longer, they put me down. They violently pull that wood they had between. So I don't know if you've gotten that sort of position, that your arms are with your legs and you're like this. So I think there were two people that were holding that wood. So they pull it out. It's the one that must have hurt me here. My arm is still paining. It has been swollen. And they put me down. They pour water all over me. And, they are saying all dehumanizing words. And they make me stand here. And now they take off the blindfold. So there's one talking to me. And I can't see, and saying, I'm going to ask you questions. I want you to answer me. The others, now it's when I see that there are like 5 men, plus the one here making them like 6. The others are filming. So they are filming and they ask me, what did you come to do in Tanzania? I tell the truth like I'd been telling it, that I'd come to attend a court case, also to visit a few friends. They say, who are your friends? I said, I have many friends in Tanzania. It's not the first or even the second or third time I've been to Tanzania. But who are your friends? They said, one of them is Generali. Said, so who else did you plan with to come? I said, actually, a couple of us, including even Martha Karua. So we wanted to come and attend the court hearing of Tundu Lissu. Okay, that's what I remember. There was more, but that's what I remember. So as they are still filming, he turns me around again. Now that's when I saw what he was shoving under my ass. It was a fist. So he shoves it under again, enough to get shit out of you and smear it on you as they film. For me, rape has for all time immemorial been a weapon of war. The biggest way in which it is a weapon is that they use it as shame to the victims. But me, I refuse to be the ashamed one. Yet you are the one committing heinous, shameful, the most evil crimes. So they are saying what you say here, if you ever say it, we have this video, and I am thinking the video will help us with evidence against you anyway. But of course, you, in this anger, you are saying, okay, in this fear and anguish, you're saying, okay. So they finish. It didn't take long. It was a few minutes of pain, but enough pain, enough dehumanization. So that same man puts me somewhere, pours water all over me, and orders me to dress up. I dress up. I'm blindfolded again. They ask me, do you have children? I tell them how many. I say a number that is not the actual. I say the years that are not the actual. They ask names. I say the names that are not the actual names. They ask me all those things, schools, whatever. But all that is to threaten you further, like really, really inflict fear, so that you never talk about the crimes they commit. So they go. Some leave, but they leave maybe 1 or 2 people to watch us overnight. Now, when they removed my blindfold, that's when I saw Boniface lying there but I had been hearing him screaming. So they tell me to sit down. That's where we spent the night. It wasn't even like here where you're seeing pavers. It was dusty, whatever. So now the pain is too much. We lie down there all night. You don't know whether they are coming back. You're in that anguish. So in the morning, by morning my feet couldn't stand. They couldn't. So there's this guy that came, I think one of those that had stayed there to watch us, and told us to start moving around. My feet couldn't stand. They were swollen under, they were swollen up. But we tried. We are being ordered by our captors, and really brutal, violent ones at that. So we try. Of course, Boniface kept groaning in so much pain. I imagine they had beaten him harder. So I don't know what else they did to Boniface. So we try to step. Even now, I can't move properly. And we try. They let us sit again. We are seated there. We don't know where we are going. We don't know what's going on. But because they had told the lawyers that we will be at the police station where they had left us, I kept hoping. But for me, the daybreak alone gave me so much hope that maybe now we are surviving. So we stay there until around 10, but you don't know even you have no sense of time. But I just suspected 10 a.m. So they come, the same captors. Now I remember the lady, because I remember her voice. They order us to go and shower. The lady leads me to a small toilet to shower and change. And I'm thinking we are showering to go to the police, where we are going to be maybe deported. We shower and finish. They put us in the car. Now, I don't know if they put me in the car with Boniface, because we are blindfolded. So they drive. The drive became too long, and I said, but from the police station we took about 30 minutes. This is an hour. So I thought maybe they've decided, because I had seen that the lady had my bag that I had left at police. So I think that maybe they have come to take us direct to the airport. The journey became long and long and long and long, and I kept thinking, where are they taking us? By the time I got a chance to lift my blindfold without them noticing, to see time on the car, it was 8 p.m. The journey that we had started at 10. So I hadn't realized Boniface wasn't there. I thought maybe Boniface is too badly off. He's not, he's a chatty guy, he's friendly, and he's someone who doesn't get angry for long. So he would already be talking to them. So I call him to ask him if behind my sweater is there. And they say, he's not here. And I said, where is he? He said, we have taken him somewhere else. Oh my God, now that's worse. First, you are now alone. Even if he was not helpful, he was as helpless as you. Yeah, but second, you don't know what they've done with him. So you have your anguish, So they stop somewhere, and for a while they buy food. But now they start to care about my injuries. They even give me painkillers. They say, how are your feet? They were not stepping. They were swollen. So I hadn't, because I couldn't see. So I hadn't seen how swollen they were until I tried to wear these shoes. My foot couldn't enter at all. And I had no other shoes to wear. I think the shoes I had in my bag were high heels, which was worse. They couldn't also fit anyway. So I walk on foot and enter the car, and I was in the car the whole time, blindfolded. So now after we stop there, they ask me what food I want to eat. They had given us tea the other side at the spot where they tortured us from. So they ask me what food I want to eat. I say whatever is there. They say chips or whatever. They bring food. They were also eating, I think, for the first time. So after an hour of a break, they drive again. and for another like 6 hours, because I think we got to where now they took me alone towards 2 a.m. So now me all along, because I'm blindfolded, I'm thinking they decided to use the road to take me home. But you know how big Tanzania is. We hadn't even reached anywhere in those about 15 hours. Yeah, so they put me in a room. By the time we get there, I had realized they are worried about my injuries. So I had realized that they won't inflict any more pain. I wasn't now worried about pain. I had thought they want the injuries to heal before they let me go. That's what it looked like, because they were giving me painkillers all the time. So they give me a small mattress to sleep, and I sleep. It was so cold. I think one of the captors from the car brought me a jumper to wear it and sleep. There was nothing to cover you. So I sleep thinking that maybe we have slept closer to the border and tomorrow they will take me to the border. By that time, I don't know if my passport is back from the police. The police had held on to our passports. So in the morning, the lady wakes me up to take a shower like at 6 a.m. and I am thinking I'm taking a shower to go home. They keep me again in that room for the whole day. And now I refuse to eat. I tell them I'm not interested in eating. I want to go home. If there's a case you are accusing me of, if there's any punishment you want to do it, but let us get it over with and I go home. So I refuse to eat because I had realized that they care about how you go out looking. I refuse completely. Now one of them turns himself into a nice guy and lies that he's from there. At first I didn't know. I got to know when they put me back in the car yesterday. That's when I got to know that he was one of them. So he comes, begs me, we have done everything we can, you are going home, we are only waiting for your passport from Dar es Salaam. So now I realize, yeah, that makes sense. I can't live without my passport. If it is coming, let me be calm. But also Dar es Salaam, if it is the same journey of 15 hours, that means I'm still here. Now that was on Wednesday. So yesterday, Thursday, I wake up, I still refuse to eat. And I say, if we are going today, don't worry, I will not die in 2 days. I'll eat at home. They keep that guy who was now playing nice keeps saying they are almost here, don't stress yourself, you know, for us we intervened and said these are human beings, you can't treat visitors like this, the image of TZ. Long story short, I think at around 4 or 5 the car comes and they blindfold me. The lady before she comes to pick me up, but I've spent most of the last 4 days blindfolded. Like 90% of it, they were opening when I was going to eat and then, or when I have take medicine. Yeah, so they put me in the car and drive again. It was still a long journey. We started it at around 5. I'm blindfolded all through. They are threatening me. If you say what has happened, you will see what will happen to you. And I just keep saying, okay. So we drive for another, must have been like 9-10 hours. They get me out of the car after telling me again that, threatening me that if I say anything, what has happened in Tanzania stays in Tanzania. I say, but you mean what has happened on my body? Because I wouldn't mind what is happening in Tanzania if my rights haven't been violated, if I haven't been tortured for no reason. I said, I've told you, you will see what will happen to you. So they get me out of the car and they say, yeah, get out, you are home. That's when they remove the blindfold and I am thinking, I am home where? I don't know where I am. They said, yeah, Mutukula border is ahead. Just walk. I am limping. I have no money. I have no phone. So I tell them, but how am I going to go home? I from here. They said, you figure it out. They turn around the car. So I start walking, and they had left me more than 2 kilometers from the border itself. Do you know what time it was? I asked the border that rescued me what time it was, and he found me after walking a short distance. I was limping. The border guy said it was 2:42 a.m. So they throw me there. I am walking, but you know, it is night. Yeah, it is scary. but you are thinking, I am better off here in a scary night, bushy, middle of nowhere than in the car with killers. You know the anguish of spending all that time that I spent in the car with them. I am not even seeing anything. So as I'm walking, I see a border passing, I call it. You know, this is now taking your chances. Whether that border is another criminal, you don't know. The guy comes back, but he was a nice guy. He is a Tanzanian. Now he almost made me forget that this whole time in that chain of events I've told you, I didn't meet a sensible or good person. No. So this guy, speaking in English with difficulty, says, where are you coming from? Where did you come from? I said, someone dropped me here. Some people had kidnapped me. They dropped me here. Please take me to the border. He said, yes, I will help you. I sit on the border. He takes me. I had never been to Mutukula border. He shows me the side of TZ for immigration. I go there. The guy took so long looking into my passport. There's even where he said, you've overstayed. I'm thinking, what do you mean overstayed in TZ? Like, we have no visa for TZ. But I was so disoriented, so tired. So, like, you can imagine, you haven't eaten, you haven't slept, but all those are things you're not feeling. You're just thinking about what is your family going through, not knowing where you are. All this time, I asked that they just allow me make one phone call. That was refused from the time they were detaining us. So I get there, I just want to go, and the guy is asking things I don't know. I just keep quiet. It's later when he gives me back my passport that I saw it is stamped on the day we are detained at CPS that departure in 2 days by your own means. So they detain us they deport us in our absence when they have our passports. So he takes pictures of whatever he was taking. I didn't even want to know. I just want to get out. I get my passport. This guy is waiting for me, the young man, the border guy, shows me to the Ugandan side. Ugandan side had no one at customs. I go back to the security officer that had told me about, showed me where it is, and I tell him there's no one there, but I ask him to give me a phone, and I make a phone call. I had only one number in my head, and that was my sister's here. So I kept thinking, if it is not on or she doesn't pick, I'm finished. I have no money, I have nothing. So that security officer tells me to go to there's a police just after immigration on the Ugandan side. I go to that police post. There were 2 policemen sleeping, but one wakes up as soon as I enter, and I ask him to help me make a phone call. And he does. I call my sister. I was calling her to send me money so that I get away to come. Surprisingly, I call her, and she hears me on the phone. She wails, and she says, we are in Lukaya. Now I'm wondering, how did they come? Yeah, she said, you wait for us there. We are in Lukaya, but if you need to go to hospital, tell that person to take you to the hospital. In the meantime, they had seen Boniface yesterday. Now, I didn't know Boniface had arrived. I was thinking, where is he? How is he? Yeah, so I sit there. This was the longest wait ever. I think this was 3 a.m. They get to me at around 6. And yeah, and that's when I realized that the nightmare is, well, not over. The trauma stays on, but the immediate danger is over. So yeah, you just got here when we were getting here, because now that's when I started to feel things I didn't feel, like hunger, like exhaustion. So I told them I need to eat something, and from Masakand we came. Yes, so much. Like, I don't believe in people getting away with that impunity. I didn't tell you what I need for you to capture. What shocks me in Tanzania, and we've seen impunity here, and kidnaps and torture, but that you are in an office, a public office, with public officials who picked you at your hotel, where they left other people that they told they are going to question you. They move you to another public institution, police, and a police officer calls thugs to pick you from his custody. He's the one accountable for you. He's the one responsible for you. Calls thugs to pick you up and blindfold you and go and torture you. We have not yet reached there. And me, I think that I was really in my heart laughing at them when they were threatening me not to say something. For me, my desire to get justice, either for me or for other people, supersedes any fear. Because at least if you're warning me before you did what you've done to me, but you've already done your worst, what more will you do? But also, why should we let people abuse power to that level, abuse people's rights to that level, violate us to that level? So yeah, I'm going to just rest. I need to go to the hospital and get medical examination. After that, the good thing is there's time to put that together. I am going to definitely do that. I wanted to show you some of the marks that they failed to